Okay, so I want to add some plant, and for this one we'll go click on a plant and I will add alder for that. And I think this kind of will look interesting if we stick and make it kind of flow, but right now it goes straight. So let's go double time click on a plant, and we're going in a plant editor. You need to have a special module for this, so if you do not have it, I will recommend for you to get one. And for this we'll want to add ground to this, and you can see how it's done. Let's go to decrease diameter slightly and pop up drop, so you can see how the kind of plant and all this start dropping down. Okay, maybe even drop more and increase ground. Okay, we'll go click OK, and you see what's our plant. It's look more kind of it's around now the rocks. So we can go modify, even bring, I don't know, on a back, maybe a front. So this way we can kind of play around and see how it will work. Okay, let's make just slightly smaller on the side. Bring out this way. So yeah, we have it nicer, but I want to add more right in this area. So we'll go click and create another one. Okay, and same things, we'll just go modify. The couple things I want to do, I want to make even less diameter, so it's very thin. I don't necessarily see them, but I want pop-up ground and increase drop. Okay, let's go click OK. And we'll just shrink this down and bring right here up front. And let's point slightly towards the camera and make it smaller. So again, if it's too wide, we can go inside and let's bring diameter back, but reduce a little bit on the link so that this won't spread as much. Okay, and you know, let's make more drop down. Okay, let's click OK. So we'll have it right in this area, and maybe, you know, maybe even bring more down like this. Okay, up and forward. So almost like it's just barely hanging somewhere around this area. Bring up. Okay, so right here we have it planned, and we can play more around with the plant, how we want to place it. Next I want to work with the lights, but first what I want to do with lights is go to main camera and disable after exposure, because I don't want the after exposure kind of play around with my lighting. I want to be sure what I see or what I do with this does not change. So we'll have it sunlight now, and I want to take this sunlight and put it on the back, like almost behind. It's how it says we will have this kind of effect of the glowing and going from the rocks. We can bring even slightly down more right here, so you can see how we have it nicer on the rock and those glowing. And let's go inside the atmosphere editor, and I want to change from photometric to standard because I want a little bit more saturation. I want to play a little bit more with the colors. Okay, next we'll go to the sun, and you have a choice. We have a visible sun, and I want to leave it right now, but if you want it, you can take all the way down and the sun will be invisible, but just all light source coming from there. So, and again, we can make a very big sun, just depend on you, but I will keep it smaller so we can see some there. Let's go with the lights, and I want to change ambient light, make desaturated darker color. That will add a little bit this reddish glowing right here. Okay, next let's go to leave it this default global radiosity. Okay, we'll go sky fog, and this global aerial I want to bring in, and we can play more with this, see how they work. We can go very crazy with this. We'll add nice haziness kind of to area. Maybe we'll leave for now. Let's go to also increase fog and increase a little bit on a glowing effect from the sun. So from this area right here, we'll have it more glowing. But problem with the fog, when we start introducing the glowing, it starts spreading this way. So if you reduce the fog, you can see we can reduce and bring more cyan colors. And maybe I will do this so we can play not just on lighting, we can play also on a color contrast to creating this kind of nicer look this way. Okay, also, if we want deeper sky, we can take our density and bring down. So it will have a little bit kind of more saturated, darker colors. Okay. And of course, increasing haziness will overall darken image. I don't know if I want to do this way, because I do like bring a little bit brightness, so we go opposite the way added. Okay, maybe around this area. Let's go bring a little bit more glowing intensity from our sun, so we'll have it nice right there. And again, we can even go very crazy on aerial perspective. So it's this way we'll add a little bit fog to our front, so it will have it kind of like floating almost fog around there. Okay, let's click OK. Now in sun, I want to go to edit shadows. And what I do right now, it's a darker shadow. So I want to bring them maybe to 98, 97. Not that much, just slightly remove of those darkness effect on this. Okay, let's click OK. And at the moment I want to go and click and preview. We will add some clouds, but again, I don't, if we add clouds, it will increase time of rendering. So I want to be set up first by this lighting and go one step at a time and then see what we have at this moment. Okay, so here's our render, and you can see a sharper line from our sharpness we did. Right here, a little bit don't like this moment, so I can take my camera and point up, like right there. So we'll lock kind of this almost look a coast. We could play a little bit more with the lights, and it's probably what we can take a sunlight and we can readjusting, bringing in different areas, or we also can even go on a side and you can see how apply. But I think overall, if we're going just on a corner where was before, and we'll play with altitude on the sun, we can have it nice red kind of look. But again, I will hide my sun behind the trees right here because it's provide nice glowing for them, but also give it good effect, kind of spreading without blinding too much. Okay, let me just go and take this on this side just to preview. Okay, so actually I do like on this side as well, so we can bring it just a little bit down. Let me see. Yeah, this is have a nice coloring. And more interested, it's balancing this. And actually I do like how this is going, except this tree, if we put lights here, we want wrapping around. So we can take this tree as example, rotating and bringing up, like almost right there, and bring there. So we kind of almost wrapping around this way. We can do that way. Okay, let me go closer, like this, and this way it's flowing a little bit better. And then we can take the other tree, make a little bit bigger in size, and bring back so we can balance some area around here. This. So I'm just want to balance a little bit, but this way we have this flow going around the sun coming towards this way. So okay, I think this is look good for now. So let's go ahead to atmosphere back, and we're going now to our clouds. And I'm going to create a cloud. We'll just big camels add. Okay, on these clouds I want to take my opacity all the way, pop up details, altitude variation, and take this density and bring density slightly down. Okay, so we have it some of those whisper clouds, and a little bit down on coverage. Okay, some of them last because if you remember, we have this crazy haze. So see what's happening. If we reduce, we'll lose all this beautiful glow a little bit right around, but we can bring those clouds up. So it's Up to you what you like to do, but let's leave it like this right now so we can see clouds in. Or maybe, let's pop up to 20, maybe see what's going on. Yeah, I want to bring as much as I can. Okay. But without losing too much cloud information, but it will smooth out this area. Give us nice glowing. I think this one actually work good. Okay, let's go to the clouds and we'll add another clouds for this. And this is whatever you like to create. I will look on stratus a little bit, add it to the top of the sky. So we'll add right above them, the high altitude. So let's go bring stratus way up in the sky, maybe a little bit down. I want to see them a little bit more visible. Okay, actually they're kind of right there. We can see this is a little bit too low for those clouds. But we also can take density and reduce a little bit on density so they won't be too bright, but they will add complexity to our sky in this case. Okay, maybe even less density. Okay, let's go also in a sky density ground. Pop up back sky densities will add more bluish cyanish color to this. But we can take this altitude from 3 kilometers less. Then we can darken a little bit around this area, and you can see how it's bring this purplish darkness area. Okay, maybe too much. Okay, increase just slightly fog area so it's a little bit glowing right around there. Okay, I think this is look good. We have a nice clouds, details a little bit more right here. We could add more clouds up front of the plant around this area, and remember one thing, always save your work. Okay, so we could create some of those clouds. We need to go inside the add cloud layer. We'll just add, let's add stratus now. You know what, we don't need this one. Let's click OK. So instead, actually, I want to add meta cloud. So in the meta cloud, we'll just add simple one. Okay. But except have it far away, we need to bring all the way closer. Make it a little bit smaller. And put it right here, a little bit up front. So I don't know how well this, because we put it too small right up front. It will add a little bit of the effect of the cloud, but not that strong. And sometimes it's much easier to do this inside the Photoshop. So we can create this and we can make it more density pop up on this. Okay, and some settings, lightings. But I think the render time will be too slow for this, so I will just remove it for now. Okay, last touch, just want to modify on the water, default water. We want in transparency, reduce depth on this one. So we'll have a darker water. Okay, increase the reflectivity just a little bit so we have a better view of the right sun and elements right here. Refraction, transparency, it's all look good. Actually, you know what, maybe even shorter depth, so it's get quite a bit darker. We won't get it to land anyway, but just in case. But right here we have it nicer, you can see with reflectivity. Pop up, we'll have this nice strike on our water come up a little bit more right around there. You can see from the sun. Okay, I think this is good. So let's go click OK. We'll save one more time and we'll go in the render, and I'm going to render final maybe just about 1000 pixels. So I want to have it a very big image, and it's just reason for the purpose speed up on this when we create tutorials, but you can go very high. So let's go render this and maybe even retouch in Photoshop after a little bit. So I'm going to click render. I'll pause this tutorial till render is completed and we resume after this. Okay, so right here our image is done. It's already look nice, and so you can see right here some elements, details. You can add more grass, other things. I want to take this image in Photoshop and just add additional, maybe fog over water or other elements. Other sessions will be optional. Again, if you want to see how we can retouch more in Photoshop,